Right, hey guys, it's Weston here. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Syncwire Cube Bluetooth speaker. So I'd just like to say a massive thank you to Syncwire for sending this out to review. So now let's just proceed with the actual review. So first up, in the box you actually get an included 3.5 to 3.5mm cable if you don't have a Bluetooth compatible device. You then get your standard micro USB to full size USB for charging. Then finally you get a little strap so you can actually attach this to the speaker, and then you can either tie it to your bag or wear it around your wrist if you want to. So when you wear it around your wrist, it actually does a pretty good job of keeping it very secure, and you can actually drop the speaker out of your hand and it'll just stay firmly attached to your wrist, which I think is a pretty cool addition and not something you often see on really inexpensive Bluetooth speakers. So now we get on to design, and I actually really like the Cube. So you can see it is a cube shape, and it is made out of plastic, and it does have the silicone protective sleeve around it. So this is sort of a mesh design, and I think it looks pretty cool and something a little bit different to what you usually see. So on the front you've got a volume down button, your pairing button and your volume up button. Around the back you've got ports which are covered by a silicone cover. So your ports included are a 3.5mm jack for your cable, your power switch in the middle, your port for charging and an included microphone, because you can use this for calls as well. So for speaker arrangement you do have a passive radiator in the bottom of the actual speaker itself. So this will just give you a little bit extra low end in comparison to a full range speaker. So you get to see the passive radiator in action, and when you're actually listening to the music, this uses airflow and it actually creates a little bit extra low end, like I said already. And I will talk more about that in the sound section of this review. So then we get onto the top of the speaker, and this is where the rest of the drivers are located, and this just gives you your mid-range and your vocals and your highs, whereas the passive radiator is designed to give you a little bit extra bass. So the bottom is finished off in rubber, and it's just a little bit grippy as well, so if you're having it on a slippy surface it shouldn't move around too much. So next up we get to features and battery. So you can see when you actually turn the speaker on by the back, you do get a little noise indicator and a blue flash to let you know that the speaker is powered on. Then when you press and hold the Bluetooth pairing button, you get another noise indicator and a red and blue flashing light, and that'll just let you know that the speaker is ready to pair. So then once you have paired the device, the light will go off for a couple of seconds and then it will flash blue, and it'll continue to flash blue every 10-15 seconds. So you can see when you charge the Syncwire you do get a little red light, so that just lets you know that the speaker is charging and still needs battery. So once the speaker has finished it does turn blue, and that'll just let you know that the speaker has completed its charging cycle and it's ready to use again. So now we get onto actual battery, and from dead the Syncwire takes 1 hour and 50 minutes to charge, and that is via the Anchor Power Port 5 that I use to charge all my devices. So when the device is actually 100%, I did get 17 hours and 41 minutes playback at 60% volume. The quarter time does say 15 hours, but obviously if you use it quieter you do get a little bit longer, and I think nearly 18 hours of music playback from something so small is really very impressive. So now we get on to the actual sound of the Syncwire, and I think it's not too bad. So it does go pretty loud, but when you do push it past 70 or so percent it does start to distort a little bit. So the bass is actually okay. The passive radiator does a decent-ish job giving you, well, decent bass. It is a little bit deeper than what I expected, to be honest. It's also packing a little bit of punch as well, and again that is from that passive radiator. It's not the most convincing bass, but I mean for the size of the actual unit itself and for the price, it's actually better than what I expected. The mid-range is not bad again. I mean it's a little lacking in detail, but it is fairly clear and present. It does have a little bit of a harshness to it though, which I did notice on quite a few multiple genres of music, so like rock and your more sort of exciting sounds. It did have a slight harshness to it. The vocals can be a little bit over sharp at sometimes, and again a little bit harsh like the mid-range. It is loud and fairly clear, but just a little bit nondescript. The highs are a bit brash and a little bit tinny and metallic sounding. I mean, for the money, it's not bad, but the sound just has an overall sort of harshness to it. And it's, like I said, it's not bad, but it's not brilliant either. So here is a quick demo.
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
Now we get onto the verdict. So what do we actually think of the Syncwire Cube? Well, at the minute it's £15 in the UK as I'm doing this review. Prices may change though, so I will link it down in the description for a current price. But for £15 it's actually really impressive. It's got some pretty cool features, it's built pretty well. I like the design as well, it's pretty different. And for the money, now it's pretty good. It's regular price of £19.99. I would say look around, see what else is out there before actually making a purchase decision, because you might find something that you like better. Right guys, so that is it for this review today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all on the very next video.